5 yards on the play.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Escaping the pressure right. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but doesn't matter what you call them.
The ball comes out, and this is going to be 49er football. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
2nd and 9. At the 29-yard line.
And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Intended for Odell.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there to force the incompletion.
Throw right side is hauled in by the tight end Gonzalez. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
35-yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the lot. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Under pressure, and he will go down. sacked back at the 46. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football.
Moss on the sack. And it's 4th down.
Beckham the return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Niners will go on offense at 1st and 10. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. From the 24, Marino. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And complete on the right side to Bennett. And he's brought down. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Derrick Henry taking it in as his guys are on the board first here tonight. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Well, Charles, let's step aside different topic here for a second. Unfortunately, the NFL lost a legend earlier in this first month of the 2020 season. Hall of Fame running back Gale Sayers passed away at 77. And Sayers, the youngest man ever inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, was just 34 years of age when he got that honor back in 1977.
And a big reason why? He had to retire early. Only played 7 years in the NFL. But what a run before injuries really cut his career short. In fact, he played the equivalent of 4 full seasons out of those 7 that he played because of injuries. But he was first-team All-Pro 5 times, led the league in rushing twice, and still holds the record for kickoff return average this many years after he retired. Commissioner Roger Goodell called him one of the finest men in NFL history. And I can tell you this, partner, one of the most exciting players we'll ever see.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Marino.
32-yard line.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that third down pass. Brings up fourth.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Fourth down. Here's Marino. And that is going to be incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Well, CD, we are 3 weeks into the NFL season, so curious to get maybe your biggest surprise so far. Would it be the Bears at 3-0?
Yeah, I think that's a great candidate for that big surprise team. I think you're right about that, partner, because, look, Green Bay, are we overly shocked? Seattle, overly shocked? No and no. Buffalo, I thought they'd be the AFC East frontrunners anyway. Pittsburgh, they got Big Ben back, and they've got that great defense. But Chicago, so inconsistent on offense, especially in 2 of the first 3 games of the season. Nick Foles took over in their big win in Atlanta, and he'll probably carry them the rest of the way.
Has 7 remaining unbeatens in the NFL after 3 weeks of the regular season.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And they are going for it. Herbert now. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On first down, Justin Herbert. Buying time to his left. And this will be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Back to the air. Herbert on second down. Looking deep for Bennett. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10.
That's good.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Second and 10, Marino once more. Flush to his right. And his throw here is incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. And it's third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. That throw by Marino incomplete.
Marino's pass intended for Odell Beckham. Incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Now Marino to throw it. Looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 18 yards on that one. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Oh, now Marino here throwing another interception. Picked by Bob Sanders. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it.
Herbert on the keeper. That's a gain of 7.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they could do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try and run forward with Henry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the 2nd half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Taken from about the 12. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Odell Beckham on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, Charles, a little bit ago we talked about the 3-0 teams. How about we flip the script to look at the 0-3 teams? There's 6 of them. The Jets, Texans, Broncos, the Giants, the Vikings, and the Falcons. And then 2 others, by the way, Bengals and Eagles, winless at 0-2-1 after their tie. But I'm curious, any of those, do you think that they still have a chance of playing football in January?
Well, the short answer and the easy answer should be no, right? With this kind of a start, they should be pretty well dead and buried. But I'm going to focus in on the Houston Texans because they've done it before. We've seen it, right? One year they started 1-2, won their division. One year they started 0-3, finished 11-5, and won the AFC South. So they have a history of slow starts, but they know how to turn things around. And when Deshaun Watson's playing quarterback, I'm anything can happen.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
At the 3-yard line.
From the 3, second and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers get a score closer. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Pulls it in at the 13.